Welcome to the part 2 of lecture 1, types of functions. First, let's discuss about algebraic functions. Algebraic functions are functions that involve algebraic operations on an expression involving its independent variable. All right, when we say algebraic operations, it means you have the groupings, exponents, multiplication, division, addition, subtraction. Okay. That's our first example. F of x is equal to x raised to 100 plus 3x plus 2. This one is a polynomial function of x of degree 100. Recall that polynomials have real, numerical coefficients, and positive integral powers of x. Okay, be careful whenever you say the word polynomial kasi hindi lahat na na-encounter natin na porket may x, polynomial agad. Porket maraming terms, polynomial agad. No. Multinomial yung tawag natin doon, hindi polynomial. Masasabi nating polynomial ang isang expression kapag meron itong variable x tapos yung kanyang coefficient ay real. Okay? Ang mga coefficients na nandito ay 1, 3, and then itong 2, meron itong actually invisible na x raised to 0. Okay, so let's write that here if you want to see. So, meron itong invisible na x raised to 0 na equal sa positive 1. Kaya hindi na natin sinusulat. Take note that ito yung pinaka-importante sa polynomials in positive integral powers of x. Ibig sabihin, yung mga exponents dapat ng x ay positive integers. Also, we have here 100, tapos raised to 1, tapos yung dito naman, dahil wala na yan, we can now consider this one as part of the polynomial. Next, f of x is equal to x plus 1. This one is a linear function of x. When you say linear, it's in the first degree. The exponent of x here is positive 1. Linear yon. Kapag sinabi naman natin quadratic, x squared. Kapag cubic, x raised to 3. Pag quartic, x raised to 4. Third, we have here f of x is equal to x minus 1 all over x squared minus 1. This is a rational function of x. When we say rational, from the word itself, root word, ratio. Pag sinabi natin ratio, it's a quotient. This one is a rational function of x. Take note that this is not a polynomial. Because meron tayong x na nasa ilalim. Kapag nasa ilalim ang x natin, hindi na positive yung kanyang power, kundi negative. Number 4, f of x is equal to the square root of x plus 1. This is a radical function of x. Of course, this is not a polynomial as well because the exponent of x here is equal to 1/2. Take note that square root of x is also the same as x raised to 1/2. It's important na alalahanin natin yung mga ganun na concept that you learned from high school. So this one is also the same as this one, x raised to 1/2. And yung 1/2, hindi yan integer dahil hindi yan whole number. So this means that square root of x plus 1 is not a polynomial. Okay, we have what we call the transcendental functions. These are functions that do not satisfy a polynomial equation. In other words, these functions are not algebraic. And also, kapag sinabi natin it doesn't satisfy a polynomial equation, it means that we cannot express this function as a finite sum of polynomial terms. Okay. First, we have f of x is equal to sine x. Yung x natin nasa loob ng sine function. It's a trigonometric function. Take note that sine x is not a polynomial because we cannot find an expression, an equivalent polynomial expression for sine x. that is finite. Second, we have f of x is equal to ln of x. It is a logarithmic function of x. Kagaya ng sign, itong ln hindi rin natin mahahanapan ng finite sum of polynomial terms. Third, we have f of x is equal to 5 raised to x. This is an exponential function of x. You will wonder bakit hindi ito counted as algebraic. Simply because this is also algebraic din naman, kaya lang it's more classified as transcendental dahil yung x natin ay nasa exponent na. Wala dun sa may normal level, and that doesn't make this a polynomial. Fourth, we have f of x is equal to the inverse tangent of x or the arctangent of x. Kagaya ng trigonometric function, ito ay hindi rin natin mahahanapan ng finite sum of polynomial terms. Pag sinabi natin guys, finite, nabibilang. Okay, ayun yung kabaliktaran ng infinite na tinatawag. Okay, kagaya nito, ito guys, masasabi nating polynomial. For example, we have 2x. So 2x can be expressed as a finite sum of x plus x. Okay? O, halimbawa, lagyan pa natin ng raised to 4. Polynomial pa rin yan. So, lagyan lang natin ng raised to 4 yung parehong x sa kabila. That will be the same. O pwede din natin sabihin halimbawa 3x raised to 6. So, ito naman, pwede din na, okay, gawin natin 13x raised to 6. So, pwede pa natin gawin yan 30x raised to 6 plus, halimbawa lang plus 12x raised to 6. And then, saka natin bawasan ng 42 minus 13. So, that would be 29x raised to 6. Okay, next, we have the fifth. F of x is equal to the hyperbolic cosine of x. Just like the trigonometric functions, hindi rin natin mahahanapan to ng finite sum of polynomial terms. Explicit and implicit functions. A function is explicit if it is solved for a specific variable such that y is equal to f of x, wherein the RHS or the right-hand side of the equation contains all x, while the left-hand side or the LHS involves only y. Otherwise, the function is implicit in the form f of x comma y is equal to 0. We have here 4 examples. We have number 1, s is equal to 1 plus t squared plus t raised to 4. Tignan natin, ito ba ay implicit or explicit? Number 2, x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. And then the third and the fourth. Okay, number 1 is an explicit function because as you can see, yung nasa left ay s lang. Tapos yung nasa kanan, puro mga t. Meron lang tayong constant na 1, but it is considered na meron niyang t raised to 0. Okay, always remember that. This is an explicit function dahil puro mga t ang ating nasa right side. Number 2, x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. This is an implicit function simply because yung y natin hindi linear. Pag sinabing hindi linear, hindi y lang. Meron tayong exponent na 2. At saka dapat nakasulat talaga to na y lang talaga yung nasa left side ng equation. Number 3, definitely implicit. And number 4, explicit. Makikita nyo na y lang talaga yung nasa kaliwa. And then yung nasa kanan, puro mga x na. Recall from analytic geometry, the conic sections have second-degree general equations which can be defined as an implicit function of x. However, since the graphs of the conic sections violate the vertical line test except the parabola opening upwards and downwards, they can just be a function for a specific interval. Okay. Recall na yung mga pinag-aralan nyo sa analytic geometry, if you have already encountered that, you have the, or pre-calculus, you have the circle, ellipse, hyperbola. Pag nag-drawing kayo ng vertical line doon, makikita nyo na hindi sila functions dahil makakapag-cross sila ng more than one point. However, pwede natin i-restrict yung values ng x or ng y ng ating mga conic sections para sila ay maging function talaga. For example, we have here a circle, x squared plus y squared is equal to 4. This is not a function dahil pag nag-drawing ka ng vertical line dyan, dalawang points yung iyong cross. Pero, kapag halimbawa, kalahati lang ng circle yung kinonsider natin, ang equation nito is y is equal to square root of 4 minus x squared kapag ito ay minanipulate natin, or pwede rin natin sabihin ganito. X squared plus y squared is equal to 4 for y is greater than 0. Greater than or equal to 0. As you can see, itong semicircle kasi na to, ang mga y mo dito ay puro mga positive lang because it is in the first quadrant and second quadrant. Kapag nag-drawing tayo ng vertical line dyan, isang point na lang ang may intersect. So, function na yan kapag ganon. Piecewise functions. We will study about this in lecture 2, but here for the sake of discussing about the types of functions, pag sinabi nating piecewise functions, some functions may be represented into finite pieces. Hahati-hatiin natin yung function natin. These functions are called piecewise functions for different subsets or intervals of its domain. Kagaya nito, f of x is equal to x plus 1 if x is greater than 0. F of x is equal to x if x is equal to 0. And f of x is equal to x minus 1 if x is less than negative 1. Kapag ginrap natin yan, ganito yung kanyang magiging itsura. So, meron tayong pieces ng functions. Pag nag-drawing tayo ng vertical line test dyan, isang point lang din ang may intersect. We will discuss this in limits. Next, we have the odd and even functions. A function f is even if f of negative x is equal to f of x for all x in the domain of f. Ibig sabihin, kapag pinalitan natin yung x natin ng negative x, tapos equal sila, even yun. Kapag naman naging negative yung pinaka-expression natin, pinaka-function natin, add yun. Meron din tayong neither case. So we will see that on our third example. First example, we have f of x is equal to x squared. So replace x with negative x, then f of negative x is equal to negative x squared. So negative square mo, magiging x squared. Since f of x is equal to f of negative x, the function is even. Kapag ginrap natin yan, it is a parabola opening upwards whose vertex is at the center. Symmetric yan with respect to the y-axis. Actually, all even functions are symmetric with respect to the y-axis. Ibig sabihin, kung ano yung nandito sa kaliwa, yun din yung nasa kanan. Meron tayong mirror effect. Next, paano naman kapag halimbawa f of x is equal to x cubed? Palitan ulit natin yung x ng negative x. Okay, as you can see, f of x is equal to negative f of x. So nakita no na ang ating original na x cube ay naging negative nung pinalitan natin ng negative x yung ating original na x. Kapag ganon, the function is odd. Graphically, the graph of odd functions are symmetric with respect to the origin. Kung ano yung makikita natin dito sa quadrant 1, yun yung magmi-mirror dito sa quadrant 3 with respect to the origin. Okay, number 3, f of x is equal to x squared minus 2x. Ito hindi na natin kailangan i-graph. Papalitan lang natin ng negative x yung x. Tapos titignan natin kung meron tayong relationship na mag-form in between the original and the new one. Okay, replacing x with negative x. So we have here this one, negative x quantity in negative x squared minus 2 times negative x. So it becomes x squared plus 2x. Take note that hindi natin to magagawa ng relationship with respect to the original given. So this is neither odd nor even. An absolute value function is a function involving the absolute value symbol in the independent variable where the absolute value of negative a is equal to a for all a in the real number set. Okay, first, ito yung mga examples natin. We have y is equal to the absolute value of x minus 2, y is equal to 2 times the absolute value of 4x minus 4. Number 3, f of x is equal to the absolute value of x minus 6 all over 5. You have now reached the end of this lecture. So you are strongly encouraged na sagutan yung ating mga exercises at the end of this slide. Thank you for listening.